today, a little time to decompress. And we're telling you about this inflammation issue, which I've had for years. I got a very bad back and neck, and it's been a part of my life since I was a kid. Run over by a truck in 1980, cracked some vertebrae, various injuries, what have you. And looking for solutions. And I've talked to people, I have great physicians who've helped me. You get the steroid shot, it lasts for a while. You take the pain medication, you've got to be careful with that. You take the anti-inflammatories, you can't. Things out there, but as I was saying to my friends the other day in a clinical setting, can't they just make one thing? And that's when you and I had an epiphany at Starbucks, and that's the product that we're going to talk about right now and tell everybody about it. But
yeah, you know, Rob, good morning. It's good to see you again. And I'll tell you, you know, inflammation is the base issue with so many different things out there, so many diseases. A lot of times they don't even realize that that's the cause. But we know when it's the cause of pain because it's so evident. And the problem with all these other so-called remedies, they're all artificial and they're only masking the pain itself. They are not getting to the source of the problem. So in natural health, we always tend to go towards the cause of the problem, not just the end result, not just the symptom. So there's no such thing as symptom management in natural medicine. So what we do when we go after inflammation is look at the cause. And many times the cause that is overlooked is the fact that when there's an injury, say like with your back, or with somebody's knee or a shoulder, especially a joint that's constantly in daily life, your body sends these proteins to it. It shoots them at the injury as a healing process. The problem is we have so many other outside influences that when the healing doesn't immediately take place, this process of shooting these proteins into the injured area doesn't shut off and actually becomes a detriment. So then the result or the answer to that is to use something called a proteolytic enzyme. These are an enzyme that if taken with food, they'll just act like a regular enzyme, but taken away from food, they then will shut off that process of shooting these proteins into the injured area that are now a detriment. So these are used as a healing process to stop the source of the inflammation, stop the source of the pain. And then if you add to that some really natural anti-inflammatories, and the best one on the planet is curcumin, and you add that and some other cofactors, then you get into the cellular process. Then you get into not just the cause, but at the heart of the healing process, which is at the cellular level. And that's what we have with this. And then we put it in a powder format so that there's no GI distraction, there's no breaking down of pills or capsules. It gets right into the blood, starts to work immediately.
you know, your wonderful husband. I put a picture of you and him on Facebook. That you look like the movie stars.
So make sure you talk about your talk to Richard.
Well, you look like a movie star.
Yeah, but I don't have a husband.
No, that's not what I read. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, I put a picture of you and your husband on Facebook. I love your husband. And my Easter was a very quality Easter. Had a little salad soup at Olive Garden. Went and spent the afternoon with my buddy Ron, and he made me feel good. And I love hospitals. It's a great place to go and hang out. I do. I love coffee shop to me. But anyway, we really had a good time. And I put on Facebook. He called me on Monday for 5 minutes. 5 minutes just to give me some encouragement about HCG, weight loss, you. And it was like he spent 2 more hours with me. He's a lamp. He's full of light and he gives you hope. And he's going through a lot of health issues right now. And I think that steroids, things that he's had to take because of his illness have done to him. This guy looks as though he could have been in boot camp just 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And he's like flying me or fighting the battle of the bulge. And I'm not talking about the European theater. I'm talking about around the waistline. And inflammation, it's a killer, Richard. And this product that he's talking about, I know we can get it through Healthy Performance, and that's what I'm going. Weight has a lot to do with inflammation, too. But explain to the audience in a clinical setting, because you're the one with the degree, you're the one that's working in that care setting, why inflammation is such a killer.
Well, inflammation, think about this, where we're going after with our new protocol, that toxins. We are full of so many toxins in this day and age. And remember I said the word is dokiko, which comes from the Greek word and it means poison. So we are full of poison. And if you don't get rid of the poison, how can you get healthy? I mean, it just makes, I do my best to put everything in very lay terms because I think it's so much easier to understand. And so if our poisons are hidden, find their homes, and they also find their homes in joints. So if you're going into if you're having joint issues, what do you think if poisons were, if they were red or green, let's say, you opened your body, what color would your body be? That's what you have to ask yourself. With the air we breathe, which we can't